Pretty good with a live stream. I think the dog is.
Sounds like somebody stepped on Dell's dog. What are you doing to that poor dog, Dell? Turn your video back on, man.
Yeah, what's going on?
He's got him by the scruff of the neck. You know that, right? Runeslinger is not going to like that, man.
Oh, boy.
Well, welcome. I don't know what happened to Dell. Welcome to Roleplay Cafe. I'm here with David. I'm Jason, and below there is Dell. I think he's getting his computer set up. Let me change my name here. So.
Oh yeah, we're about to go live here. It says streaming to live.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you right when it gets.
And I'm Taro. I'll put my character name in there, and we are playing Symbaroum, Session 2, rotating GMs. Dell has actually said that at some point he'll GM us in a game, so that'll be great fun to have a third GM rotation here. That'll be very cool.
Yep, exactly.
All right, there he is, back from vacation, tan. Look at that. You gained what? You gained 10 pounds, brother, on that cruise?
I probably did, man. That's no joke.
I mean, the food is it,
food
right?
is nothing but food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
God almighty.
All right.
What are we going to do? Let's go eat.
Yeah, right. I know, yeah. Right.
Did they have a lot of educational lectures on that? you go sit, or it was a magic shows, right? Dance.
Swim with the dolphins. You do anything?
Yeah, you should have taken Dark Age of Man and got together some role playing sessions.
Not after I watched that King of the Hill episode. I didn't want to do that.
King of the Hill. Oh my gosh, that's funny. All right, well, let's hand it over to David here. Let's get in the mood.
Okay. All right, guys. Okay. All right. So let's start it off this way. We will dispense with the quote unquote formalities and maybe some legalities as well of the Dark Forest. And both of you guys find yourselves, let's say, about maybe 2 days deep into the forest when we come, when our scene opens, let's say.
Nice.
Okay. You guys have been, or Taro specifically, you've been retained by, is it Rigel or Rigel?
Yeah, Rigel.
Right? Yeah, Rigel. You've been retained specifically by Rigel to lead an expedition of sorts into the forest. Even though Taro doesn't have a huge amount of experience in this area, his reputation precedes him, and Rigel was eager to acquire your services.
Okay.
And based upon what we know about Taro, I would think that Taro was eager to also prove his worth and his mettle against the Dark Forest as well.
Oh yeah.
Okay, all right. I read that right. Okay,
yeah,
all right.
Taro's looking to be immortalized in song. I hope it's not Goblin song though. I can't imagine what that sounds like.
Well, starting off, what better way than to gain a reputation as a competent, at the least, tracker, guide through the forest, which basically you either sink or swim.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Dell, you, of course, or your character, of course, having already been in the employ of Rigel, have been asked again since your successful forays into the forest, to lend your experience to this expedition.
Yeah, I spend money faster than I age.
then
I was an eager participant.
There you go. So you were more than willing to lend a hand, so to speak, or a coin purse, so to speak, to this. So like I said, you guys find yourselves about 2 days in. Okay. You guys have been asked to accompany a small party of individuals who are let's see, what would you know? You basically Rigel basically told you that as a favor to a friend,
Okay.
he wants you guys to assist them in traversing the forest. They are retainers of and I put this in air quotes, Baron Theodore,
Okay.
who is a lesser noble,
Nice.
and is Rigel did not go into any specifics as to how this favor or why this favor was being done, of course.
Okay.
Through maybe a little bit of nudging and maybe a little bit of asking around the campfires or around the ale kegs, here and there, you guys were also able to find out that this Baron has a wife who has been in mourning over the loss of their daughter recently, and she apparently has been the death of their daughter under the circumstances has affected her so much that she apparently needs certain herbs to basically retain her senses these days.
Oh,
okay.
Wow.
So ultimately, that's what you guys are doing. You guys are leading this small party into the forest in order to get these things.
Okay.
What else can I tell you? There are 5 retainers there.
Okay.
They all are very soft-spoken. They appear to be, for lack of a better word, maybe serfs in station. Okay. All of them seem to be fairly, well, I won't say fairly adept, but fairly competent as far as traversing the forest goes,
Okay.
Not experts by any means.
Okay.
But they seem to be, as you guys have been making your way through for these past 2 days, when you guys break camp, when you guys have to do certain things, they seem to be fairly competent,
Okay.
Generally speaking.
So are we coming, did we grab these retainers from the Baron's manse and head off, or do we leave from Thistlehold?
They met you at the 10th city.
Oh, awesome. So from Blackmore. Awesome.
Blackmore, yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Also, are any of them skilled herbologists?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, they are. One in particular seems to be a skilled herbologist and seems to kind of be the quote unquote leader of the group.
Okay.
And she goes by the name of Magda.
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 Awesome.
Yep.
Okay. At some point, I will. I'm assuming she and I met, around Rigel's tent, etc. At some point, got to know each other a little bit. And I would say to Shig before our journey sets out, if anything, we protect Magda. We're gonna need Magda for these herbs. The other 4,
I agree.
Okay. So at this time where we kind of meet up with the party, you guys are, like I said, kind of traversing in single file through the dense forest. But kind of going back, is there anything that each of you may want to try to have found out, or anything else you guys might have wanted to do, special other than your, the standard outfitting and things of that nature? I will do that real quick.
I would just want to make sure that we have the explorers license that counts for 7 bodies.
Yep.
And then, of course, the amount of herbs we're allowed to collect.
Okay.
I would have scrutinized those, hoping that was there. If it isn't there, then I know that this is definitely. We would want to avoid the green rain. I mean, if it isn't there, I'm going to be thinking we need to avoid the Queen's Rangers if we don't have the add-ons, etc.?
Okay, that is not part of the.
Okay.
That was suspiciously
left out.
Absent. Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I will have hopefully over the last 2 days, observed what you've told us, but also kind of shared with everybody. We need to keep a low profile if you see the Queen's Rangers because of this particular issue.
Situation.
Okay. I would have tried, despite I not knowing how Shig would act too, to literally be the leader. Barking orders. Mm-hmm. I would delegate, trying to delegate. Get the camp set up. Go forage for whatever. So I'm kind of pulling the old. I'm young, but I might be pulling that weight around a little bit in this last 2 days. I don't know how Shig would respond or what Shig would think of it. But.
Yeah, I'll let you do that and become more of the center of attention, and I can just fade into the background at least. These things get dicey, and I can duck out.
Okay.
All eyes on you.
Okay. Dale, did Shig want to do anything in particular before setting out?
Just well, like I said, I was spending my money at the ale house, so doing that in general. I'm looking at this as just a little foray, some herbs and come back. You know what I mean? I'm not really that
clear your tab.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. That's all.
Okay.
That's all I'm doing.
Okay. All right. That's fine. Okay. All right. Okay. So you guys have I don't know, broken camp like maybe about an hour or so. The air feels like really heavy, and you guys have heard the hint of thunder, on the horizon. Okay. But yeah, you can kind of tell the air is really, really heavy and thick with like humidity or moisture or whatever,
Okay.
And like I said, you guys are kind of going serpentine through the forest, single file. You guys can hear the different wildlife, around you, chittering and chirping and everything. And there's really no other sound but that of your footsteps and kind of the crack and the crackle, of the foliage as you guys are winding your way through. Magda, you notice that as Taro gives snappy orders out as to what he wants done, you do see that the other four seem to always look to her for permission, basically.
Yes. Yeah.
You have noticed that. But there has been no you guys have not bumped heads at all yet. Okay. Magda is a woman of few words.
Okay.
You'd almost think that it seems as though she's been ordered to basically say and interact as little as possible. Okay. Tara will probably know more so than Shig, but Tara would probably realize that even though these are retainers of nobility, and even though they're not high nobility, there is still that tier that they may still think that they are, kind of.
She's their boss, right?
Yeah. Okay. And you guys are hired help, more or less. But there has been no, no salts thrown as of this time. Okay. Because and Tara would think that she knows, they can't get here without you and Shig. So why
now
bite the hand that feeds?
Is she Ambrian? Is she human?
Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Okay. She is. You have seen slight glimpses of her. You have never seen her face full on yet.
Oh, okay. So she keeps it cloaked?
Yes. Yes. The retainers typically wear the cloaks as well, but you have seen them uncloak to do, to gather firewood or, break camp and do things of that nature.
Okay. But, I would want to be vigilant over the last couple of days and see if I notice any markings, tattoos.
Okay.
Things like that.
Okay. All right. So that being the case, then you would need to do what then? You would need to make what would that be? Would that be cunning?
Vigilant.
Oh, vigilant, rather?
Well, it's up to you. Cunning would be
well,
vigilance,
cunning
observation.
Do vigilant then. That's
vigilant.
Okay. Yeah, you can make a vigilant roll.
Okay.
With maybe a. Are you trying to be?
Yeah, I would have just
about it. Or?
And again, since we're starting our second morning, third morning into the Davokar, I would have just been trying to be as vigilant through the last few days.
Okay.
I wouldn't have gone out of my way to spy them, but I would have been paying close attention, hoping to see if there's markings, if there's.
I would say at a -2 penalty, since you're not being blatant about it.
Okay, 9. So 9 and below is what's
9
necessary.
and below. Try that. Yeah, I know it's
10.
tough, but try that.
Shoot.
Okay. All right. Okay. So I will do this then. You definitely have noticed, like we just discussed, that she goes out of her way to keep her face more or less hidden.
Okay.
You have seen glimpses. You know that yes, indeed, it is an Ambrian woman of middle-ish age. You know, you have seen glimpses of dark hair, and it does look like she may have. I will give you this. She may have some type of maybe not some type of maybe tattoos or something, some type of markings on her neck area and possibly on her face. And I will give you that because you got really close.
Okay.
Yeah, but what those signify, you're not sure.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, you're not sure.
Awesome.
Taro wouldn't know. Okay.
All right.
So we'll just say just for visual sake that Taro, of course, would be in the lead. Dale, what would Shig be doing? Would he be in the rear, or would he? What do you think?
This whole time, his posture's been he'll set a trap whenever we break and then check it before we head out, and he's always kind of looking for small animals around that area. Well, he's getting signs for everything else, right? To supply his rations.
Okay.
He's also he would take a keen eye in a moment. He's not really this whole time he hasn't been interrelating with any of the retainers, but he does use his witch sight to kind of size her up once he and the rest of them up throughout the whole time.
Okay, all right. So give me a second. Let me check this out. Let me look at something really quick. Okay, so you're doing the witch sight thing. So let's see. Goody. Dale, you never fail to come through, buddy. Okay, I just want to look at one thing. Okay, and Dale, what do you have that at? Novice or addict?
Oh, let me
wait a minute.
Okay. Yeah, I need to know that.
It would just be novice, right?
I don't know. Is it novice? Okay.
It is.
Yeah.
It isn't marked above that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Dale, you need to make a let's see. So it's vigilant versus discreet, basically.
Yeah.
So let's see here. Okay. So you're gonna do that at a -1, Dale.
Okay.
And tell me what you get if you do it.
Oh,
I'm not looking at roll.
He's got good vigilance.
No,
I'm rolling high, man.
Okay, all right. So we'll say the maybe during the first day, or the first camp that you guys made, you eyeballed her with the witch sight, and we'll say that let me see here, dominant shadow creature. Okay, all right, okay. We'll say that it seems as though your witch sight may be not diluted so much, but the possibly the corruption of the forest around you may be interfering somewhat. So you may just have been in a bad zone, bad spot, at that time,
There's been compromises.
Yeah.
Way.
So, so you couldn't quite get a good reading.
Okay. I mean, aside from that, I'm just I'm leery and weary of this whole group. Like I am paranoid anyway. So if anybody's exchanging any kind of, if I catch them exchanging anything or acting oddly, the whole troop that we're leading, So I'm more in the rear, and I'll just get in contact with it's Taran, right? Jason.
Taro? Yes, Taro. Yeah.
Taro.
Yeah. Every once in a while to check in, but other than that, I'm kind of just circling the troop. Bringing up the rear.
Okay. All right. Okay. So Taro would notice that Shig seems to be acquiring a growing collection of like squirrels, maybe smaller birds, things of that nature on his belt. Would that be fair, Dale, to say?
Yeah, I've got them strung up like fish.
Okay, yeah.
Right.
So
right.
He's been foraging, so to speak. Yeah. So,
on a hip rope, yeah.
Yeah. So
nice.
Occasionally, you guys will hear like a squeak or something coming from the perimeter of the line.
Sharply terminated squeak.
Yeah. Yeah. So you have a good idea of what's going on there. So
Taro's thinking every time he does that, that's another fine if we're caught. Queen's Rangers.
That's true. That's true.
It's gonna cost us more.
So what else has been going on is that as you guys have been traveling, Magda has been speaking to Taro, and she's been telling you it looks as though she's following some type of map of some sort that she has on herself, and she has been consulting with you on that, and basically saying, she'll ask you to verify their directions, because of the canopy. You have to have a very good practiced eye to do that.
Okay.
And she'll say, okay, we need to go this way.
Yeah, and if she's consulting something and then kind of tells me, I'll just nod and I'll stay in front, but I'll go the direction she points.
Okay.
I won't argue with her at all. She's looking for herbs. I have no clue what we're looking for. So, yeah.
And you see that during these 2 days that they have not obviously collected any other miscellany from the forest at all. But you have seen like they've got smaller bags. You have seen kind of like they have like curved daggers, that you assume are for harvesting. They're not quite sickles, but they're kind of curved like that, for harvesting things, and other than that, the other 4 retainers just seem to be dressed in just traveling clothing with the cloaks. Nothing too much. The only other surprising thing that you noticed is that they definitely are wearing lighter footwear. They're not they're not in like leather boots or anything like that. They're in that's the only thing.
Like sandals
they're not really dressed for a hardcore expedition, but
have I noticed any of them complaining, massaging their feet?
No, you've not. You've not. No, not too much. Not even too much conversation amongst themselves. They seem to almost instinctively know what to do. When you guys, or when you declare, okay, this is where we're going to camp for the night, make camp. They look at their, I'll just call it, they look at their mistress, and everybody kind of does, unless you say, hey, wait a minute, or
At some point during first couple hours march, when she stops to look at the map and points a direction, I'll take that opportunity to say, what is it? I mean, is there something? Can you describe these herbs to me, Magda, so I can keep my eyes about, and what is it I'm looking for in case you seem to miss it?
She hesitates a moment, and then kind of looks up at you, and she says, as skilled as you seem to be, Master Taro, she says, what my mistress has bade me do is for, basically for our knowledge alone. She says that let's see, let me think. I'm thinking, hang on. She says Rigel convinced my master and mistress that the two of you were trustworthy and most competent in your jobs, and she says it would be for the better for all of us if you were to just stick to that.
Yes, understood, Magda. And I'll step away and turn, heading in the most recent direction she's told us to go in. Recognizing they want us to remain ignorant of what we're doing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which isn't unheard of.
No,
but maybe not the wisest thing, but not unheard of.
Well,
and that depends.
And I might not want to know.
Yeah, that's true. Well, the
what you don't know can't hurt you.
Yeah, but it's known to most that to survive in the forest, everyone must try to work together as much as possible. It's a team effort. Right. And when you start getting into this kind of stuff, it can cause problems. So, but
I nod at her, take a couple steps back and away, and I'll make note when she looks up at me. Her eyes, her face. I will make an attempt to memorize her eyes, her face.
I will give you this. She seemed to kind of bristle a bit when you made this suggestion,
right?
And you see it seemed as though you noticed it might have been the light reflecting or some other nuance or something, but it seemed as though her eyes kind of you caught a flare, and as her
of anger,
of light,
maybe?
yes, with the inflection in her voice.
I'll tighten the grip on my pike. I carry my pike out. And I'll maybe check my short sword, hilt of my short sword. Mumble to myself.
Man, this camera is horrible.
That's okay. I mumble to myself that the danger may not be what's out here, but what I lead.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. So, you guys travel the rest of this second day.
Okay.
Evening approaches, and you guys for sure, especially Taro, you hear rain approaching. You know it's coming. You can hear it in the distance, and you know it's coming.
Smell it in the air.
Smell in the air. You hear
moisture.
More thunder and possibly a flash in the distance of lightning here and there. Nothing crazy, but you know that there's a storm coming.
You lot, we're going to need cover. It's going to rain. You do not want to spend days out here soaked and soggy. We need some kind of covering. Okay. So I'll bark just in general at the whole lot. Tell them, make sure we have lean-to.
Okay. So I would say that would that make sense for you to make a cunning check in order or would that be or more? Well, your choice.
Persuasion?
Cunning or persuasive. Yeah. Choice. Yeah, there you go.
Probably persuasion, although I'm horrible at it.
Okay.
But
that's fine.
it certainly
you're
makes
basically
sense.
You're basically giving them direction to provide cover for you guys for the night.
Okay, here we go. Any modifier?
No, not in this case. No.
Okay. Here we go. This one, I say this knowing they're probably going to ignore me, right? Oh, one hot diggity.
Okay, all right, okay,
yeah.
all right.
I say this with a whole lot of a whole lot of authority.
Okay.
Right.
So they just quickly glance.
I just wasted my 1/1. I'll need that later in combat.
She nods furtively, and you want them to start gathering branches, or what do you want them to do?
And building a lean-to. If they don't know, I'll come over and kind of help them, and I'll show them.
That's what you have to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Dale, what's Shig doing? As you see these folks scrambling.
Yeah, I'm gonna let them scramble and build me a lean-to as I'm going around the perimeter.
Mm-hmm.
I've got wolf skins on in the color of the skin. I can blend in rather well as the way Shig's kind of adapted himself to the forest here. So I'm just being as cunning and as vigilant as possible to see if along the whole line I was seeing if anyone was following us.
Okay.
If we're coming up on anything, so I'm scouting around there.
Okay, so you go ahead and if I'm correct, would that be vigilant as well? A vigilant roll?
Yep. Versus what might be hiding or hidden from
Yep.
them.
And I would say give it to me at a -2.
Okay. Oh, sweet! I rolled an 11. That is the top of my -2. The 13.
Okay. All right. Wow. Okay. He's vigilant. Okay. All right. So Shig, you're pretty certain that you think something may have been following you guys for the last maybe half hour or so until you guys made it into camp.
Okay. Now I've been sitting there while they're building. I'm going to time it until after they set up shop. I'm laying low under the grass and whatnot. So I'll back up and make my way to Torin and let him know what. Yeah, Taro, and let him know what I think is what I'm seeing before I look at him and say I'll be in the back and then slip up.
So with that, I'll say, show me some evidence, and hopefully he'll be able to lead us to some evidence that he. I mean, what is it you see, Shig?
How do you think Shig would have kind of come to that conclusion, though?
Okay.
It's a mundane conclusion. It's not anything mystical. Okay, I'll throw that out there.
Yeah. Well.
Okay.
A mundane conclusion. Yeah, the whole time when I would look behind us, where I started get looking over my shoulder, and as the rain clouds that we were approaching the storm, it was casting somewhat shadows that I kind of mistook as somebody hiding behind a tree or running from tree to tree. You know what I mean? After a while, when we stopped and scouted out, probably heard, aside from the little rustlings I heard of smaller animals, unless this was a tree branch fall or whatever, I heard some bigger sound. And I saw some obscured tracks in an area rustled up. So
okay,
that's what I back out with.
Okay, all right, okay.
So I will I'll return to with this. He kind of tells me this, pointing out where he thinks he saw stuff. I'll kind of retreat back to Magda, walk up to her and just whisper to her, "We need to keep everybody in close tonight in the camp, as we may have a predator hunting us."
Okay. All right. Okay. She quickly stands, kind of not shock or anything, but she quickly stands and moves over to where the attendants are finishing up with the lean-to, and she kneels over and whispers to them, and they nod and seem to kind of redouble their efforts to hurry. And do you guys have a fire going at the time or at the moment?
Once we have some shelter from the rain, I'll begin to make a fire. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I want to make sure it's covered so we got some protection from the rain if it starts.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So not too long after you finish basically sheltering the fire and get it going, you kind of hear the rain hitting the leaves above you, and then it's upon you.
Okay.
And it's not a downpour, but it's a good rain. Okay. It's a good rain, and it's coming down pretty good. So you see that Magda and her people basically kind of huddle under a lean-to,
Okay.
Of course, she's fully protected. Some of the others are kind of partially exposed,
Sure.
but they're getting about as much coverage as they can for non what would you call them forest crafty people,
right.
Yeah,
they're not wilderness people.
And I got a story to tell you guys later about this.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm going to so I'll stand out away from that, and I'll circle. I'll kind of just make small circles, watching over the camp into the forest, especially now that it's wet and there may be steam, and I'll be trying to be very careful as I walk in. So I'll always kind of spin around and count their heads, make sure nobody's disappeared, and I'll ignore Shig. I'm assuming Shig does what Shig does, and I'm not concerned about Shig.
Okay.
But I'll just keep a vigilance, and up until it gets too dark, and then I'm gonna probably want to get over by the fire and have a meal. But I'll do that until it gets too dark for me to see if something's out there. Yeah.
Okay, so the clouds roll in. Of course, the rain's coming down. So it's getting it's cloudy. So it's getting darker, a little faster than normally would because of just the overhanging clouds. And Taro can, he makes his does his rounds around the campfire or around the camp, I should say. And I think you can go ahead and give me another vigilant roll. Hang on, let me see if there's any kind of modifier to it. No modifier.
Okay.
And actually, I'll give you a +1 actually. And there's a reason for that.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing. I'm doing the best I can. I'm wet. I'm wiping water out of my face. With the rain and squinting, but I at least make sure I count all their heads every time I turn around. But not. I honestly don't trust what I see in the right.
Okay.
I just see shadows and I see fog, and I'm tight. My hands will actually white knuckle the pike.
Oh wow. Okay.
All right. Prepared if I have to respond to a predator. Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. That sounds good. Okay. All right. Del. So Shig sees Taro making his rounds basically. And he pretty much does this. It's his routine. Can I safely say that, Jason?
Yeah. Well, certainly with this rain, it would heighten all of my concerns for my wards, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Working in concert with that, I would be working on that. The further out perimeter, keeping the fire within eyesight.
Okay.
Clockwise to him.
To
give out a call back to him, like the first, and I'm saving my rations by eating grubs out the bases of trees or whatever that is.
Okay.
I don't want to line anything up and cook anything.
All right. Okay. So go ahead and give me a vigilant roll.
Nope, 19.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
Too busy,
okay.
I rolled
too busy digging up the grubs.
All right. Okay.
Mine was pretty bad too.
So you're out and about, you're still foraging at the same time. Maybe that's, it's kind of distracting you a little bit, maybe some kind of honorary grubs didn't want to quite give up the goods. So you kind of maybe had to get a little more dirty and get down there, maybe pulling some tree bark or something away to kind of get at them, So you're doing your thing. You're doing your thing. So let's see. So Taro is at the fire now, and you are basically getting something gathered together so you can eat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll park my pike. I'll drive the hilt into the mud, so it's standing beside me, and I'll pull out my dagger where I can hold that, and dig out my rations, and the dagger can that way sit on my lap or on my knee, and I'll have that handy. And I'll eat. I'll try to get some sustenance.
Okay.
It's been a long day.
And you can hear the retainers and Magda also over at the side. They are doing the same basically in kind.
Do they ever, are they speaking to each other? Do they do much?
No,
talking?
They're not. No, they're just, you just kind of hear you see them eating. You know, they are definitely there's nothing else odd about them.
Yeah.
You know, but
I don't talk much either, so it's kind of
yeah.
nice. It's kind of nice to not have chattering.
No,
hens.
you don't hear any of that. No.
Okay.
No. And basically everything, the forest around you is pretty still,
now,
except for the
how
patter
loud
of rain.
is this rain? Is it actually affecting our hearing?
No, it's not a downpour.
Okay.
It's a it's pretty much a standard
Okay.
downer. Nothing crazy. Nothing that's really affecting your vision or your hearing.
Okay.
Other than just something in the background, maybe to lull you to sleep, maybe.
Yeah.
So nothing too crazy. So let me look at one thing here. Try this and see if I can find it. So here we go. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so let's see. So Taro's, we're gonna need a vigilant roll from him.
Okay.
Versus modified by by a -2.
All right. So I need a 9 and below.
Mm-hmm.
You 18.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
I couldn't roll this way in OSR. I mean,
Dell,
no
you give me one as well. Screaming. You give me one as well. Shig gives me one at -2.
Oh man. Okay. So nevertheless, 11.
Okay. All right. Okay. So Shig kind of hears something, maybe the tread of a foot on maybe a wet leaf or something, you know. You kind of look up,
digging down busily, and stop, freeze. All of a sudden, my head popped up.
Nice.
You see a form slinking towards the camp. Okay, low to the ground. All right, you see that it looks like it pretty much looks like a mixture between some type of almost like dog-like predator, but it has it's green with scales.
Ooh.
Okay, and you see that the head is like kind of like flattish with you see it's got 2 sets of eyes, you know, and kind of like a fin coming up off the forehead, you know, that goes all the way down the back, and you definitely see like it's going towards the camp.
Okay.
And you can kind of hear it. You can kind of hear it like not really snarl, but yeah, you kind of hear it kind of gurgle to itself, and kind of like you see the fin kind of, you know, kind of flex, you know, as it makes its way.
I pull back like a cat myself, and my fours. I take my flail and lay it over my neck like that as I'm creeping forward. I'm going to try to sneak behind it. It's going to
okay, all right.
If I didn't see, you know, if this is a single entity, my eyes.
You only see one. Yes, you see one. Yes. So that would be your discreet, right?
Yeah.
Or his, right? Okay.
Versus so it'd be
my
vigilance.
Vigilant.
It's vigilance to spot him sneaking. Yeah.
So no modifiers, Dale.
No modifiers. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to be discreet.
So he needs, what's the standard? A 10? Is it?
His discreet is a 9.
9. Okay, so you got to roll 9 on that.
That's what his is.
Okay, I thought it was 10. Okay.
Oh
no.
Man, I'm rolling nothing but freaking.
Okay. All right. So so Shig comes tiptoeing up behind this thing, and Taro, you hear a snarl, like a snarl / scream echo, you know, in the forest. And as you kind of turn to your left, you see this thing, this predator. It's about the size of like maybe a I don't know. What's a large dog? Like a maybe a little larger. I don't know.
Okay,
it's like maybe I'm trying to think. Like maybe I don't know. It's like maybe about 4 foot. Yeah, like 4 foot at the shoulder.
Ooh,
you know,
okay,
something like that.
Nice.
So, but very wiry looking.
Okay.
You know, yeah. and you hear this snarl and this scream as Shig basically not surprised it but startled it, and you see it whips around, and you see the fin on the back just like a cat's hair just kind of stick up straight, and you see it bounds towards him.
Okay, so are we going into combat?
We're going, yes, we're going.
Okay, so I don't know about initiative. My quickness is 15, but the first thing I'll do, free action, would be to put my dagger away and grab my pike out of the ground.
Okay, that's fine.
If again, I don't know, that would be just declaring what I'm going to do, and then of course I would move toward it, hoping to engage it in melee when we get to that.
When you get to that, okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Dell. I don't know if it has. I don't know if Dell and it will have a surprise encounter first or something.
Yeah, they may end up getting one I guess turn or round first, whatever you want to say, and then you'll jump in.
And I'll yell to the Magna and the group. Stay by the fire, huddle.
Okay.
Do not leave. Right, as I'm grabbing up my weapons.
Okay. All right, Dell. So you see the thing whip around. What do you think you're gonna do before we go through all the mechanics?
Well, it's a good thing I'm about to curse it because I just let loose in my loincloth. So, as per last adventure, that's what I'm going to do is throw a curse in its face. And while I'm whipping the flail around off my neck.
Okay.
And throw a curse at the same time. Okay.
All right. So what's your quickness, Del?
Quickness is 10.
Okay. So let me put that here so I don't have to keep asking you over and over again. Okay. And then Jason, what's Taro's quickness?
15.
15. Okay. All right. 15. Okay, so let me see something here. I'm gonna do a little house decision here. Let me see if yeah, okay. All right. So what we'll do is Taro will be able to get in last this first phase, okay? And then the next one will bounce as to just base quickness, okay? Because Taro's pretty quick. You know. Yeah. So
but I'm responding to something that's already happened.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So Dell, you see this this creature, this predator, comes bounding towards you. And then you're gonna have to make. Let's see here. It runs up towards you, mouth or teeth gnashing, I guess I should say.
Damn.
Yeah.
So it's gonna come in for a bite, I would say. Okay. So now you guys need to help me out here. So does Dale have any other options besides just
I got curse an adept. So while I'm doing that, my hope is that it's a wraparound flail, and it's so big, larger creature, and coming at me with his head. I want to wrap it around and put the chain through its mouth. Hopefully, it wraps around. Is what I'm trying to do.
So, is that curse a free? Is that a free action, or is that a?
It is, but he would still do it in order. So the creature goes first, right?
Okay. Right? So it's still
So
it's still okay. I got you. Okay. All right. I got you.
So
okay.
And his defense is an 8. Modified by the creature's accurate.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Yep. Okay. All right. So.
And then Dell, you need to roll for it to hit you, and then you need to roll your 1d4 for your damage. So with it.
So +3 for you, Dale modifier.
Oh, nice. So 11 and below to avoid it. This would be a dodge or a parry. Is what this would count for.
Okay.
But there really is no mechanical difference between the two.
Not unless I think you have a shield. Then parry or something would be an actual mechanical advantage.
Okay, gotcha.
But in a way, you would be narratively, it would be dodging the thing.
Right? Yeah. Right. Okay.
Well,
okay, Dale.
I got 6.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Nice.
So Shig nimbly hops to the side as this creature kind of does a drive-by, and you can hear the jaws just kind of like snap shut,
Shit.
And you see there's a kind of like a viscous like liquid, that kind of splashes out from its jaws, and you'd swear that as it kind of maybe splashes you, that you feel like a burn from it.
Oh,
okay.
Geez.
All right. Okay. Okay. So your action.
Wow.
Okay.
Or your turn.
With that, I'm getting the scoop, and I'm throwing the curse.
Mm-hmm.
And like as I'm jumping out of the way, as he's snapping past me,
mm-hmm.
I'm throwing my curse,
Mm-hmm.
cursing him and flinging my flail.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
In his head, and hopefully trying to wrap it around his neck to ride this fucking Bronco.
You just might. Okay, so so you get a base +1, okay, to hit him, and I don't know what is your curse. What does that do for you?
The curse, it says they must re-roll any success and use the worst roll.
Okay, all right, okay.
So
basically, okay.
Now you have to actually
right?
curse it though, so it's resolve versus resolve.
So you got to do it first, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So
now
go ahead.
But it's a free action. So it won't affect his combat.
Let's see.
So,
resolute versus resolute. Okay.
Yes, I'm sorry.
So you get +1 to your roll.
Nice. 16 and below.
Oh my God.
No.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Okay.
A 20.
Okay.
Oh,
so
nice.
You
wrong game, Dale. Wrong game.
So Chig spits a vile, curse at this thing, and you can tell it doesn't take, it just doesn't feel right,
I don't know if with all the acidic ichor just sprayed.
So go ahead and smash them in +1. Still can swing at it as it runs past.
That's a D20, right?
Yeah. So you need to roll. You need to roll below 10 minus its defense, and then you want to roll. You want to roll a 1d8 with it
for the damage. So +1 to the 20 and 1d8 damage.
Okay, it's 17.
Mm-mm.
I said it was like it was a good thing.
Man. Yeah, you did. Okay. All right. So maybe the fact that your curse just didn't feel good, kind of throws you off maybe. And
there's wet leaves too. I'm slipping.
Wet leaves.
Acidic ichor.
Yeah, you thought you were sneaking up on it. There's a lot going on. The rain, So
you thought you had it. It turns out it had you.
Yeah. So wham. Okay. So it just goes right past. Okay. All right, Jason.
All right. I will with my free action. I'm up. I'm barking orders at them to stay put. Okay. Daggers put away. Grabbing my pike, and then I'll move.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how close I have to be. I don't know how far I am from it. But if I can get there, then I will attack it with my long pike.
I would allow you to basically make it to the area where Shig is.
Okay.
In order to participate next turn in the combat. So you're there. You're ready. You're there. You got everything ready. Okay.
And then I have a long weapon, so I will get to go first for sure.
Regardless, you're fast. You're fast too. Yeah. You're good. You're golden. Okay, so you go ahead. The creature skitters and slides on the wet leaves. Kind of like what Dale was talking about.
Yeah.
You see, it's almost cartoonish as the legs are kind of flipping around trying to grab hold,
right, and
you kind of see the claws get hold of the loam, the dirt, and it gets its momentum and it's coming in again. Okay. And you hear that,
and I'm going to try to cut it off from Dell, basically.
All right. Okay.
So
+1.
My accurate is 13.
Mm-hmm.
+1's 14.
Mm-hmm.
My weapon is precise. +1, 15. So 15 and below.
Okay.
To hit it.
Okay.
And then 1d8 damage minus its armor if it has any. So, no.
Nothing? Okay. All right.
18.
Okay.
Unbelievable.
Okay.
I've never rolled this well ever.
So you thrust your pike out, right?
Yep.
Okay. and maybe your footing's off a little bit, maybe you slip a little bit, but no, can't quite
It's moving quicker than I expected, maybe.
Yeah.
In this rain.
Yeah, you're going up the hill and that curvature, you just misjudge it.
Yeah.
I poke at it and I'm like, oh shit.
And you
nice.
And you see that the creature up close seems to be almost elemental in nature, almost, you see that what you initially thought were like green scales seem to almost, it looks like it may be like barkish or maybe leaf-like or something. So very very
very natural, very organic looking creature.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So let's see. So as it comes in, so Jason's gonna be, or Taro's gonna be even. The goblin's gonna be odds, and we get the goblin. So Shig, you need to make a +1 defense roll as it comes after you again.
All right.
It's hungry for goblin.
Mm-hmm.
Defense 10.
Mm-hmm.
Actually 8.
8
+1 9.
+1 9.
Because your armor affects your ability to dodge.
Oh, it does? Okay.
Yeah.
He's got okay. All right.
I know. I wish you would have said that because I got 11. I was just damn you.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. So now
can't help it, man. Can't help
it. Okay. So you're gonna have to.
I'm not on your side, Dale. I'm on the side of the truth.
Right. He's got a. You have an armor roll, right, Dale?
Yeah, 1d4 armor soak.
Stop backseat Jim.
Okay. So it's a 5-point bite.
Oh man. Kill him.
Yeah. Okay.
Probably literally.
Yeah.
Jeez. Okay. Dang.
So how much is your armor?
How much is the soak?
1d4.
1d4. Yep.
All right. Come on, 4.
Get a 4.
I did.
Okay. Nice. Okay. All right. And
so he's now at 9.
Okay.
Toughness.
Okay. And no other effects on that drive-by. Okay.
Ooh.
All right. So nothing. Okay.
Wow.
Just a slash of jaws. The snap of teeth.
Wow.
And it basically scrambles again, kind of bumps up against like maybe a tree, and kind of rights itself.
So it's out
as
of control.
As I guess Dale, it would be Shig's action.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because he's at 10. Yep, your turn.
Yeah, it went by me again and nipped me, sling it out of the way, but also at its back whenever it's passing me. I'm with the flail again.
Okay.
And it still got the curse on my lips.
Okay. All right. So you wanna make your curse roll again then?
Yeah.
Okay. It was at +0, no modifiers.
Modifiers of the curse is resolute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Resolute.
Yeah. But no modifiers on your roll. You're good. You just need to make a roll under.
10. Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. Okay. So that worked. Okay. All right.
Most roll I did all day.
Okay. All right. So now you can you want to still strike at it?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Do I get any?
+1. I'm sorry. +1.
+1.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. So wait a minute.
Yeah.
+1 is a negative in this game, correct?
No, you want to roll.
So you need 11 and below.
Yeah, you need 11 or lower. Yeah.
Well, I got 18 and below because
Oh,
19.
jeez. Okay.
Can we switch systems real quick?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I guess
I
so,
know.
right?
No
Why don't you
kidding.
just get another die? Why don't you get another
Right.
D20?
That's
Retire
what I'll
that
do.
one.
Nice.
Put that on a barbecue grill.
Okay. All right. Okay. So as it went by, Jason,
Yep.
Taro saw Spriggs swing at it, or Shig swing at it and miss, kind of swung kind of wild there.
Okay.
And it turns around again, but it's still within range of you.
All right. So with my long weapon, I'll go first for sure because I'm not
Yes, you do.
engaged so much.
Yep.
Now, are we flanking this? Are we getting a bonus now for flanking it or no? I
Well,
don't know
you're
how that-
still using your pike, so I would say no.
Okay. Okay.
You're basically out thrusting out front, basically getting at it before it can get close to you guys. Perfect. And then I would say because of the weapon you're using, I don't think you can get a flank. That's
a long weapon makes sense. Yep.
Yeah. So if you switch to your short sword or whatever.
Yeah, I have a dagger and a short sword, but
then definitely for sure.
But I'm gonna keep this thing away from
But
me.
that's the price you're paying because you're getting that first attack. Hopefully you can impale it.
All right, so 15 and below, and I'm rolling my damage with it, so that just in case.
You added that +1 in there, right?
Yeah, I did. 15 and below, so I hit it, and I did only 2 points. So I don't know what its armor soak is.
Let's see.
But you don't have to tell us. But I did 2 points of damage.
Okay.
But I did strike home. I just don't know what I did.
Yes, and you see the head of the pike kind of dance across the creature's hide. And leave a, so you did damage it. Not a lot, but you did damage it. Yeah, you did damage it. Okay. You felt resistance, but between its momentum and your accuracy, you did, you got so
I felt like I took purchase in it. Okay.
Oh, yeah, you could see it. Yeah, you definitely see it. You took purchase. Okay. All right. Okay, so now it's the creature's turn.
And he's currently cursed, so he would roll. If he misses, don't worry about it. But if he hits, he would want to roll again because he has to take the worst result.
Okay.
And I don't mean to be saying it. I know you're GMing, but I just want to make sure we're.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, this is my fine.
I won't backseat GM anymore.
No. It's that's fine. It's the first time running it, so I am getting used to it. So that is not a problem.
We're all learning it. That's why we're
Okay, so Dell. Shig's getting it again. It does not like goblins, apparently.
Nice.
Okay. So go ahead and make your defense roll at a +1 modifier. So Jason, that basically means that the curse is its attack, though, right?
Correct. So anything it does that it has to roll, it has to roll twice if it's successful.
Anything it does have to roll.
Anything.
Okay. Otherwise,
if it attacks,
it takes a lower.
It has to take the worst result. If it had 2 attacks, for instance, it would have to roll. Yeah,
I got
you. Roll with disadvantage.
If it's using some kind of venom that would need to be activated against him, it would have to roll twice. So cursing forces this creature on whatever action it takes. It has to go twice.
It has to go twice. Okay. Right. All right, Del. So go ahead.
Okay.
+1, like I said.
Nice
defense.
Now he's just come up with the
a bite.
Yeah, but I mean, Tarrant has come up with the
pike.
The pike.
Yeah.
Try to impale it.
He tried. He kind of skittered on its hide, and it kind of tried to dodge, but didn't quite do it. But it avoided it enough to keep coming. Okay, so he didn't get a solid blow on it, basically.
Yeah.
Kind of got like a glancing impale on it,
Okay,
if you can imagine that.
Run around to jockey position, a little bit more favorable position, a higher position.
Well, on your action you can, but you're avoiding this bite right now.
Oh, avoid this bite. Okay.
Yeah,
gotcha.
yeah. +1 defense.
Gotcha.
I got you, no problem.
Oh my God.
No? Okay.
Okay, it's 17.
So then this needs to get rolled again.
Yes, to see if it.
Okay. All right. So
because
try it again,
he's cursed.
Dan. Yeah. Try it again. +1 defense. Come on.
Oh, that's 15.
So you're bit. There's no doubt you're bit.
Yeah, you're bit.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm bit.
Okay. All right. Okay.
So now soak.
So 5 damage coming your way. Roll your 1d4.
That is 1. So I take 3.
So you take Okay.
Okay. Now.
4, Dale. 4. You take 4. It was 5 points. You rolled a 1.
Oh, gotcha.
So okay, now, and he's that's a pain threshold, which will force him prone. It'll knock him to the ground.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Because my pain threshold is 3.
Correct.
3.
So you are now on the ground, right?
Okay, so will that take him his full action to get to his feet?
Yeah, or he can
fight from the ground.
He can fight from the ground.
Fight from prone?
Right. Okay. Yeah, but it's it gives it tough? An advantage.
Oh boy. Well, that'll cancel then.
Yeah.
That's tough. Okay, all right. This is good. Okay, all right. Okay.
So you are currently it bites you or maybe flings you, who knows what, but you're on the ground. Yep.
I hit my back and slide in the wet, leaves or whatever, and then smash up against the tree. I'm discombobulated for a second. I'm looking up.
Okay, so we see like little little critters that you had, kind of go
Right.
flying, the little,
Scattered around. Right.
yeah, the skins and the little critter corpses go flying around.
All those little balls of pick clean. Yeah.
Okay, but it does not latch onto you. And let's see. Take the lesser of the worst. Okay, and no poison yet. Okay. Okay. All right. So
now I can feel it and smell it burning the hairs on my wolf hide.
Yeah. Okay. So
that out.
So Shig's laying there. What do you want him to do? What's he gonna do? Dale.
Oh.
Yeah. He got bumped down or knocked down. So it's your action. You said you may want to get to higher ground or something, or what do you want to do?
Oh, geez. I want to get I guess I need to start running.
You're gonna retreat, yeah.
Yeah. Toward
you got trees all around. You got, Yeah,
I'm trying to get up on my feet and try to go for the nearest thing. If it's running up a tree, if it's running, I don't. If I see Tarrant coming at him, approaching him, but whenever I get up and get my surroundings, you know what I mean. It's going to depend on where I go off. But can I get up in time? Scramble to my feet.
What I will do is I'll give you, and this is just David doing his thing for anybody watching, but I will give you a quick roll. Okay.
Okay.
And I thought that I did see thresholds in this game. Did I, Jason? Did I see where there was a
pain threshold for
not pain threshold, but like a standard, like a target?
Well, you just give a difficulty. All you have to do is give a difficulty of +1, -2, -5.
I'll give you a -3. So what would that be for you, Dale?
-3.
Mm-hmm. On your quickness.
Okay, I rolled a 6. My quickness is a 10.
Okay, all right. Okay,
nice.
So you want to scramble? I'll let you scramble up a tree, and if it does decide to go after you, it'll have a modified chance to maybe snap at your legs or your feet, but you're on your way up. Okay. Yeah. How high you think you're going to try to go?
Higher than it can stand on its hind legs.
Okay. All right. Okay, we'll play it by ear then. Okay. All right. So that's what we see. We see Shig make his move. He kind of rolls over to the nearest tree trunk and begins scrambling up.
Nice.
Okay, to try to get out of harm's way. Okay. Okay, Jason. All right. So Taro's up again. So you see this creature is kind of shakes his head, it's been like bumbling and stumbling around,
Yep.
And since you're kind of I'm gonna keep doing, but I'll give it a modifier. So yep. Okay. So it focuses in on you,
okay,
and lets out kind of a hiss / yowl, and you see it's coming your way.
In the rain, wet, all of my heavy dark hair. I got thick black hair, shoulder length. It is matted to my face, from the rain. My eyes, my little beady brown eyes dilate. I get a little smile on my face, and I say, "Come."
Okay.
And then I drive this thing directly toward my pike directly toward its face.
All right, come on, make it happen.
Here we go. 6, and again only 2 damage, but I did get a hit.
Okay, all right, okay. So that'll be a hit for sure then. Now, on your behalf, it wouldn't matter for you if you rolled any lower than that, would it?
What do you mean any lower?
Well, a 1 with that that doesn't. You don't have any other abilities or anything.
No,
okay, nothing. Okay,
I don't have
all right.
any special talents right
Oh,
now.
okay, so
Yep.
a hit is a hit for you. Okay,
Yeah,
so
just a hit, and I do.
Okay.
Yep. That's it. That's all I've got right now.
How much damage you do?
2, just 2.
Oh, 2 damage. Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Okay, so same thing. You thrust out, and kind of like get it in the shoulder. But you can tell for sure that was about as solid of a thrust as you were going to get, and you still aren't able to really get a good
so it's wily.
hit. Yeah. Okay. Let me do a check right here, see what he's looking like. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. You guys gotta try to get above that pain threshold. Okay, so it's coming to Taro's way. Okay, so you got the first hit in, and accurate. So you've got a +2.
Oh wow! So
yep.
I need to roll 16 bonus. And below to avoid it.
Yes.
And I'll roll my damage soak in case I fell.
Okay.
No, a 9. So I dodge it, maybe jab it, maybe I hit it and kind of force it off target at the same time.
Okay, that's more than fair. All right, let's see here. Okay, all right. So you're able to fend it off. You see that it kind of yelps out in pain, and then you see that it snuffles kind of the air. And turns his head towards the campsite.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Now, Dill. Shig's hanging onto that tree trunk, and he's looking down, and you see the same thing you see the same thing happen.
Yeah.
And it's still cursed, right?
But as long as I can keep concentration on it, I might have.
Okay.
He has to do it every turn as a free action.
Oh, okay. All right. So you better make a roll then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's what I'm doing as I'm seeing it leaving.
Okay.
With the curse on my breath.
Okay.
All right. Oh, 3. Sweet.
Okay. All right. You're holding it. Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
My eyes, my little red eyes are boring into his,
So you see it snuffling, and it kind of turns its head towards the camp area. Doesn't move yet, but it turns its head that way. What do you want to do?
Oh, geez. I'm going to howl and alarm.
Okay.
Scream and alarm.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe to rouse the campsite.
Okay. All right. So I just put it like a picture in Discord for you guys.
Oh,
so you guys can get a better idea. Okay.
Oh gosh.
Holy cow. That's
okay.
Nice.
Got to use that as the thumbnail.
The thumbnail.
That'll be our thumbnail.
Okay. All right. So you howl out what do you say, or do you just howl literally, or what do you say?
Oh yeah, it's very gibberish. Authentic goblin gibberish.
Oh, okay. You say something goblin, maybe?
Yeah, I'm going back to my primal state.
Right.
I'm not thinking clearly,
Okay. That's fine. Okay. All right. Okay. So Taro, you hear this yowl and
right.
I don't know if you know goblin or not, but
no, I'm thinking I'm thinking these because I've seen him bit a couple of times. I'm thinking he's crying out in pain or something.
In pain?
Right?
Okay.
I'm not certain.
That's not good.
No, but either way, Shig's yelling. It's like, oh shit, he's
part of the cursing toward the.
Okay.
Right. I'm not. All I know is Shig. I see you up in the tree.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. All right. So so it's Taro's action.
Okay.
You see the creature seems to shift its position,
Okay.
and maybe take one step towards the camp's direction, kind of in uncertainty.
Okay. Okay.
Not really sure what it wants to do yet.
So I'll hold my action,
Mm-hmm.
but if it flees me, I'll get a bonus.
Mm-hmm.
If it turns to go, I get a bonus. So I'm gonna hold. I'm basically like, whoa, no, you don't, no, you don't.
Okay.
And if it starts to go, I'm gonna, right.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Kind of like that dog that comes down the driveway at you.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh no, you're not. No,
Okay.
no. Except he's going somewhere else.
He's going somewhere else. Okay.
So if
okay.
he heads toward them, I will wait and go after him full bore. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. So let me see here. Okay. All right. You see that it begins to make a move towards the campsite. So go ahead.
Okay. So with the long, I get to go, but I
Mm-hmm.
get another bonus. So I think it was a 15 plus 2 for advantage.
Yep.
So I need 17 or below.
Okay.
Nice.
Easy peasy.
15 barely,
Nice.
but I got it.
Nice.
15
Okay.
and 3 damage.
Oh, 3 damage. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you definitely thrust that pike into the creature's hindquarters, let's say. Okay. And you hear it just like scream bloody murder,
Mm-hmm.
I
warned you beast.
Right. Yeah. And as you pull and rip, you see that, man, you just basically tear a new hole in it, for lack of a better term. You did a good amount of damage there.
Nice.
It yelps out, and you see that it darts to the left, back into the forest, and you hear it basically yelping, or what you would consider a yelp. Yeah.
All right. So I'll stand. I'll set my pike. I'll wipe the rain from my face. Shake out my hair, and then I'll look up the tree towards Shig. You can come down now, Shig.
I reluctantly loosen my grasp into the bark of the tree.
Yeah.
Slide
so
down.
You can see the finger marks still in the bark,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all underneath my nails and everything. That's
right. Okay.
Reluctantly, and I'm shaking, and I'm looking every which way.
So yeah, neither one of you have encountered a beast of the forest like that before. So who knows? Maybe someone back at the tent city might know what it was,
Yeah.
or whatever. But yeah, that's a first for you guys.
Right.
And as you guys kind of make your way back towards the fire, you guys see Magda standing there with her, her servants more or less around her, kind of huddled together, and she's staring there. And as she sees you guys kind of come into the range of the fire, she visibly relaxes a little bit, and kind of orders her people to, and she stands there and waits for Taro to come closer to the fire. Okay. And she kind of whispers, she says, what was that?
It was some type of four-legged creature, looked like a wolf, but was not a wolf. Appeared to have a mossy coat, more a natural creature than a biological creature. And I'll turn to I'll if she's looking at me, I'll make eye contact and try to drive her eyes towards Shig. Is there something you or your attendants can do for Shig?
She turns to you, Shig, and she takes a step closer to you, and she asks you, "Are you injured?" But she speaks Goblin.
Ooh. Oh, really?
Yeah.
That takes me back a little bit. I want to say, as we descended down there, she would reluctantly give this thanks, heeding my call to Tara. You know what I mean? And then I'll brush away like I didn't say it. Just to get that out of the way.
Yeah.
But when I get down there, I'll pat myself off from kind of, from the acidic sprays or whatever. When she says that,
it's kind of it's rough. It is rough, but she does, you do understand it.
And then she understood, understood my foul mouth as I was bleeding all of those things. You know what I mean? So I was, my apologies, my lady. It goblin to her. All right. So
okay.
it seems I have been. And then I'll remove the, show the tears of my wolf hide armor where I'm bleeding. It's surrounding the torso area.
Okay. All right. She says, sit by the fire and you will be attended to.
Okay. I limp over there readily.
Okay.
I mean, to sit down.
Okay. What's Taro doing now, Jason?
At this point, I'm feeling pretty good that we are safe from this creature. So I'll sit by the fire, try to warm, and I've already eaten and everything, so I'll probably be thinking about getting some rest before.
Some more rest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So I might kick my feet up, fight laying across my waist, and I may try to doze, even if it's just for 20 minutes here.
Kind of like a cat nap.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Whatever it takes.
Okay.
As the adrenaline is coming down, right? My adrenaline spiked, and now it's coming down.
Okay. All right. Okay. So Shig, as you sit by the fire and Taro sits across from you, and you see he's probably kind of like wrapped the rain's more or less let down a lot, it may just be the remnants of a drizzle kind of, it may even just be residual water from the leaves more than anything, so as Shig, as you're sitting there, you see Taro sitting across from you, and he's wrapped himself around his cloak, and you see he kind of leans forward a little bit, and you can kind of hear his breathing gets a little deeper, and you're assuming that he's trying to snatch a little bit of rest. You see that Magda comes over to the fire, and she has a pestle, right? And you see she's grinding this type of paste up. Okay.
Put my nose up in the air, look down at it as I'm pulling in my hip with all my, reclaim from that location with all my squirrels and everything.
Okay.
Closer to myself, and I look over. I'll say anything. My eyes go back up to her.
Okay, it's a pungent odor, Yeah, but you don't know
myself.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So it's pleasant.
Actually, it's sweet smelling.
It's aroma.
Right. I'm doing like this rain is the first bath Shig's had in a month.
Yeah. And you see that she takes it and she spreads it on some clean looking, basically like bandages. Okay. And then she says, move your well, she basically says, expose the wound.
Okay, I do so reluctantly, and oddly enough, she'll see in my eyes. I'm more reluctant about the clean bandages since I was, literally growing up in the refuse. Like she'll see where I packed some mud and some grime up in my wounds to do that. So that's what she's going to see open up in my wounds. It's kind of packed in, but I'm going to lead to her. So she was nice to me. I'm just going to relax, but it'll be whenever she's applying it, it'll be with very suspicious eyes. Like, I'm not sure this is going to work, but I'm letting you do it anyway.
Okay. All right. So she basically almost like it's almost like a paper mache type of thing, So she spreads this gauze or bandage, over the wound. And of course you feel it, you feel a sting, but it basically almost numbs the pain, and you'll get 2 points of toughness back if you needed it. Okay.
Sweet.
All right.
Yeah, I need it.
Okay. So let's see then. Okay. So is there anything else that you guys may want to do before I basically move on to the next thing?
No, when she does that, I'll pass out too, lay down beside.
Okay. Sounds good.
I'm going to assume if at some point I'll just sleep, I'll just fall into a deeper sleep at some point, unless there's any reason before if they wake me up or try to wake me up.
Okay. All right. That's fine. Okay. All right. So the next morning comes. Okay. So things are uneventful. All right. And Magda, as typical in the morning, she tells you that we should reach our destination this morning. Okay. And she kind of you get a glimpse of the map that she's been using. And it's obviously hand scrawled, of course, and you see that there are some other like symbols on it that you don't recognize. Okay. You don't know if maybe that's if it's some other language or if it's a code of some sort, but it's kind of you really aren't sure. You haven't seen anything like that before. But she does tell you that basically off to the north east by mid-morning we should arrive at the location that will have what we seek.
Good.
Okay.
Everyone, keep your wits about you today on the trek, as we now know there are creatures out here.
And this would be the morning of the third day.
Okay.
So you guys are not terribly deep, but you guys are deep enough, in the forest that you need to be more vigilant than ever at this point. Okay. And so we're coming up on time, so that's good. Okay. All right. So you guys once again kind of make your way through almost like it looks like you guys may almost be like on some kind of tarot notices that you guys may be on some type of almost game trail almost. But
yeah, okay.
But
I'll point it out, migration trail, and I'll, with my pike, I'll bang the ground and point it out.
And you have noticed that as you notice kind of maybe the spore of maybe a deer here or something there, you have also noticed that there appears to be remnants of an overgrown road, possibly of some sort. You see the actual for lack of a better word, almost like the cobblestones here and there, but just over the who knows how many years, if not centuries, the forest has reclaimed things. But you're still kind of you see man touched stone. Okay.
I'll slow, and I haven't seen something like this before, so I'll slow and maybe kick vines away, kick mud away, and I might even crouch down, stick my hands on it, and in a way to verify, is this man-made?
moss covered.
And I'll be and I might I won't say anything to the rest of the group, but I'll look at them and this is a curious thing here, of course. So I have no idea what their experience is, but so.
And your eyes just kind of naturally, with the experience that you have, as you look further up the trail, you kind of start making out other pieces of obscured stone here and there. So your thought is that this game trail, which you thought might have been more natural, may actually be following an ancient path or road of some sort.
Now, is that in the direction she wanted us to go? Or
Yes,
is it off?
definitely.
Okay.
It is.
So I'll stand and say, I'll turn to him and say, there, you can see the relics, and it looks like ruins. Be very vigilant. I'll pull my pike down, a little more deliberate, slower walk, looking now with my pike in hand as we get closer to these stone relics or ruined buildings, whatever they are, right?
Okay. All right. Dell, did Shig hears Taro's statement, is there anything that you wanted him to do?
I'm going to be doing the same thing, similar, walking the perimeter of the line, paying attention to the back. I'm more worried about being tracked again. The same beach, if he's in the but I'm also looking for any kind of similar track or print, especially when he said that,
Okay. It'll be a little tougher because it appears as though this path is becoming you guys, what I want to say, you guys are basically transferring That's not really the right word, but it's becoming
Transmission.
less of a trail and more of a path. That makes sense, you know? So
Yeah,
more you guys are basically stepping on more and more stone, you know, as opposed to the trail behind you. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Okay. And as Taro, as you kind of wind your way through still the force, which, you know, reclaims all, you are starting to make out, looks like the remnants of maybe a wall of some sort here, maybe a collapsed column possibly there, you know. So there was some type of structure or structures,
Okay.
that, you know, so it may be you aren't really sure what the purpose of this area was, but definitely it is ruinous.
I'll turn to Magda. Magda, is this close to where we're supposed to be?
She actually looks up towards the sun and kind of glances around, and she nods to you. She says, "Yes, this is where we stop." And she kind of like grandly kind of sweeps her arm, and you see that her retainers begin to basically fan out. And
wait, be careful, and I'll climb up on one of the walls. And quickly swing up onto, if I can, up onto one of these walls, so I can see over everybody.
Okay, that's fair.
Because
now
I'm a little panicked. It's like shit. It's like herding cats. You know, I can't protect all these people if they.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. Okay. And you see they pull out those curved daggers that we talked about before.
Okay.
And you guys see them kind of fan out, and they start basically like rummaging through the various plant life, you know, scattered about this area. And like I said, you guys may see like a few columns here and there, some stone walls, and you guys can just basically, looking at things around you, kind of make out that there was some kind of structure or structures here centuries ago. But of course, you know, the force has basically, you know, beat everything down and, you know, beat it back. You don't see any actual intact structures at this moment, so, just the ruins.
Okay. So I'll just try to keep my eye about the whole area, so I can help if somebody gets attacked, or I don't know what Shig's gonna do, but my first thought is protect these people, especially Magda.
Okay. All right.
So I don't want to be too far from her. Is she actually foraging for herbs as well, or is she?
You see that, and I'll get to you, Dale. I hear you. Hang on one second.
Yeah.
You see that she walks over to a almost like a what would it be called? It's almost like, it looks like almost like some type of platform, except it's tilted as if it was slowly sinking or collapsing, you know.
Wow.
And you see that she begins to clear away the foliage from the surface of it with her hands.
Okay. I'm watching her very closely. Yep.
Okay. All right. Okay, Dale.
Yeah, Shig is doing the same thing. As far as not looking at the fire now, he's looking at Magdan, or Magda rather. He's quite a little bit protective of her now, for his own personal reasons, aside from the fact that he needs to keep her alive. So he's taking more attentive duty to that, where he wouldn't before. Very flippant. So yeah, but he'll just be circling continually through the ruins, kind of looking.
Okay. All right. And same thing. Shig sees her retainers. You know, they kind of fanned out, and you see them kind of like rooting around for stuff, almost just like Shig has done. You know, except you see them basically they're basically harvesting some type of plants and stuff. You know, just from.
Sorry, if I see what they're harvesting, I'll pay attention to point out if I see any myself, or start grabbing some.
Okay. You basically see that they're it's you see them getting like various types of mushrooms, you know, that are of like They don't look edible. They basically look, if not, actually, you make a cunning roll. That's what you do. Yep. And I'll give you a +1 to bonus to the roll.
Got a 3.
Okay. You notice that some of the plants and the other things that they're harvesting, you kind of stop in your tracks as you come to realize that you think that those items or those plants or whatever are definitely they are corrupted. You're muted. Can't hear you. Just in case.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't do which side on the plants or the foliage, can I?
Say again.
I can't do like which side on the plants.
Let's see. I honestly
kind
wouldn't have a problem with it, but let's see. Yeah, I honestly would not have a problem with that, but let's see. I don't think it. I don't know if it says specifically.
I think it's just living creatures. If it's alive,
living creatures.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know why
25.
It's your call.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're in a corrupted bed of.
Yeah. Let me see. I'm looking. Yeah.
Now he recognizes that.
Shadow. Yeah.
He recognizes that these particular herbs.
Yeah.
Are known to be.
It's living things.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah. It should,
so I
should
would
give off a shadow.
Yeah, I will let you do that. Yeah, Dale. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So as I see what they're picking up, and I get a closer look at it myself when I see something.
So
I'm picking up and I notice that.
So go ahead and make a vigilant roll.
Yeah, I just look around the whole area that I'm standing in and tune in.
Yeah, because the cunning roll was basically for you to go, hey, wait a minute. You know, that looked suspect. Yeah. Now this is gonna say yeah for sure or
yeah.
not.
This will actually tell him how corrupt something is.
Yes.
This is a just straight or what? Negatives or positives or anything?
No modifiers. Yep, just do your roll. Okay. Yep. Yeah.
Got it.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. Okay. So remember, you got 1 temporary corruption. Okay, when you do that. Okay, for this scene. Yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah, you look and you can just see the I guess would be like would dark purple kind of make sense, I wonder. If not like a purplish gray, you know, almost like almost as if that the mushrooms and things were almost like on fire almost, you know, and the smoke that's coming off of them.
Like the little mushrooms or whatever it is, and then the gray powder comes up.
Yeah. But I mean, it's like an aura around this stuff, you know, and you can see that when they harvest it, the corruption kind of flares, you know, and kind of dies down a little bit because they've been harvested, but they still have a taint of the corruption about them. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, I wallow this stuff on constantly, have grown up in it. As far as not corruption itself, but like decay, basically.
Yeah, so, location, object. Okay, yeah. You rolled a 3, right? So you rolled pretty good. I will also add this. Shig, you notice that with surprise that as you're looking about, that the area around you seems to also have a taint about it. Ooh. Not just the foliage, but the actual area itself.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I make my way back to no, I think at this moment I'm gonna work my way over there. You said that the rest of her retainers were kind of cloaked like she, right?
They're what?
Are they cloaked like her?
Yes. Yeah. Well, no, they're visible. You know, she constantly wears her has her face concealed. They do sometimes, but you've seen what they look like. It's males and females of middle age, you know, just kind of standard looking people, nothing too crazy about them at all.
I'll make my way back over there to get face to face with her.
Okay, all right.
Read the little bit that I pulled up myself in a head to verify if this is what she's looking for. And when she looks at me and I want to do which side on her.
Okay.
That's what I'll be trying to do.
Okay. All right. So you're walking over to her. You see Taro standing above the wall, and he's keeping the vigilance. He's kind of watching the area, but you see that every moment or two, he looks back at Magda. And like I said, she's kneeling atop this kind of like low, kind of like dais, you know?
Yeah.
And you see she's diligently like removing like the vines and the, you know, the weeds and stuff off of this thing. She's like clearing it off. Okay. And you see it's basically the vines and stuff are covering up some type of stone of some sort. Okay. So Taro, you see Shig come walking over, and you see he's definitely got something in his hand, and you see he walks over to Magda. And Shig, what do you first tell me what you say, and then we'll do your role.
Okay, I see what she's doing.
She's clearing off. Yeah. She's basically clearing off this dais is what she's doing.
Okay, and while I'm walking up, I'll glance at the dais and see if there's any kind of iconography or either runes or anything there before she does me, and I get her attention. And I say, "My lady," and open my hand with the
yes.
mushroom.
You see that there is indeed a what would I call it? A divot or a large wow, what's the word I want to use? There is a indentation in the middle of this dais. Okay. And then you see that emanating outwards from this indentation are many small channels that go off to the edges of the dais. Okay.
If I get the impression, she doesn't have a staff or anything, does she?
No, she does not.
That depression in the thing, is it about, does it look like something in a staff would give to her?
No, it is rectangular. It is of a rectangular shape.
Okay.
And just to make things a little easier, it's rectangular shaped, and then you see at one end of it, it basically looks like it's formed for a person to lie down into.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
All right. I didn't want to get her that far.
Yeah.
But anyway, I glance at it, and I look at make my attention back to her quickly before she notices I'm looking at that. I glance at it, my lady, to get her attention. So
okay, she turns.
I call my head and say, "Is this what you're looking for?"
Okay, make your roll.
Now, can I just quickly point out?
Yes.
So he already went over his corruption threshold, so he would have a stigma.
Oh, you did already?
Yeah,
okay.
If he adds another one, he won't go over his permanent. I mean, he won't go over.
Okay.
But so he would have developed
over.
the stigma already, even with a temporary, which can be like a foul odor.
Yeah. So
floating hair. I mean, whatever you describe, Shig, is
so because
so she would see that he suddenly changed. In some way,
it's gonna be something kind of obvious, Del. So what do you think it may be? Your stigma.
Oh,
and this is because of him casting his curse and using his witch sight and all this.
So his already a minimum 3
already
because he's permanent from his character
build.
build.
Okay, so it doesn't.
But then he got a temp, which put him over his threshold.
Gotcha.
Which gives him a temporary stigma.
Yes.
Right now.
Okay.
But he's got 8 is when he becomes permanently.
He gets into big trouble. Okay, gotcha. Okay.
So just so you know, and I don't mean to backseat.
No. You're dancing.
I want to see how these rules work, right?
Yeah. No problem. Yeah,
it's awesome.
Okay. In his first adventure, when I said he smiled, he had mucus and blood in his teeth.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna see when he looks up there, he's quite unaware of this. It's just 2 humongous trails of mucus around. There's gonna be any orifice is gonna have a continual perpetual leak.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Like pus, pus coming from his face. What?
yeah. Even the sweat glands. You know what I mean? It's just more. He's just more slimy. So he's intensified and flagellants and everything. So he's got going over.
Okay, so
he looks totally oblivious to this because he's enamored by her a little bit. But he's also questioning, is this real? I'll roll it.
Make your bitch.
So you can just see his smile, and then like when she looks at him, that's what's going on.
Oh, damn. Wonderful.
Okay.
All right.
Oh God. What you said that was? Just regular? No, 17.
No, yeah, you didn't. Yeah, you didn't. Okay.
I just see her beautiful face. Yes.
So now, just so you know, you're at a total of 5. Now the 2 temp points will go away the minute this scene's over. So yeah. Mm-hmm. So just so you know, you've got 3 points before you hit.
Before you hit the big time.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So then do this, Del. You make a vigilance roll. And let's see. Hang on. Let me tell you if there's any modifiers. Okay. Yeah. You make a vigilant roll at -1. So it's a little tougher.
All right.
See. Let me know. See what you do.
8. Got it.
Okay. All right. Okay. So hang on. Give me 1 second. So this exchange is going on. I would say Taro can't rightly tell immediately what's going on here, since all this kind of happened just in a moments within a few heartbeats. Jason. So hang on. Let's see. Let me see here. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Okay. So we'll use this. Where'd it go? Okay, there we go. Okay. So I will put this in Discord so you guys can have a rough idea. So that's what you see, Del. You see her eyes are blood red.
Nice.
Okay, and you know that is, stigma. Like you're
my heart's a flutter.
Yeah.
Okay.
And her skin is like unusually pale, almost like snow porcelain. Yeah, I was gonna say snow, but porcelain. Yeah. Okay. So something's up with her. All right. So as you inquire about the mushrooms, she looks down at you, and she says, "Poor child." She says, she reaches out with her hand and takes the mushrooms from you if you allow it. Okay. And with the other hand, she will kind of like caress the side of your cheek, and she says you'll be rewarded for your vigilance and your bravery here.
Okay. If I could blush, I would, but then I'll retreat in a half bow or whatever like that.
Okay.
Going back by guarding of her. Though I will try to gain sight of my comrade.
Okay. All right. So let me see something here. Where is it at? Here we go. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. So that's what she says. Okay. And now she says, be a good deer and help me clear this foliage away quickly.
Oh yeah, I'll hop up there.
Okay.
On all fours and start scraping away.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Okay. So Tara, you see there's a brief exchange that goes on there, and you see all of that. Okay. I don't think you kind of see, her visage quite yet.
No,
but
and I would think when I see that she's accompanied by Shig, I would be less concerned about her now, knowing Shig's there with her, and I'd be watching make sure the others are safe. So I probably wouldn't notice either one of them.
You see that she takes the mushrooms from out of his hand or something. Yeah,
I would have
and you see her kind of caress the side of his face,
right?
And then he jumps up and starts helping her out. Okay, that you can obviously see.
Yeah.
Okay, so you see that the retainers, and we're running it in, guys, just so you know. The retainers,
I'm fine. I can play as long as
you guys are okay.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I'm fine. I love it.
So you see that the retainers, they're harvesting, and you see that they're putting the stuff in bags. Okay. And let's see here. Let me look at this. Let me look at one other thing here. Okay, so I think that, let's see. Here it is. Okay. All right. Okay. So, okay. So I do get to roll. Okay. All right. Okay. So, Jason, as Taro kind of like is on his perch, so to speak, you're noticing that a lot of the terrain in the vicinity of these ruins, it's almost you notice that it's almost taken on a little bit more of almost like the word I'm thinking of is an aggressive type of appearance, kind of, Okay. As you're looking around, you notice that the trees seem to kind of almost give this area almost like a birth, almost like a
so I'm noticing like it's not as overgrown as it should be.
Yes. It's like a natural
so I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah, as you're noticing.
Right,
yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay.
This area is getting plenty of sunlight from up above, and you notice that there is kind of like a not a mist, but what do you call it? Like the motes and it's probably like a pollen.
Yeah.
In the air,
Right.
It's almost intoxicating.
Okay.
It's really something. It's a thing.
Okay. Now, is this making me feel oppressed, or is it making me feel what?
Yeah. It's almost as if you're having a little bit of an issue, like concentrating. Almost,
shit. Okay.
Almost not as if you're almost it's almost intoxicating.
Okay. Oh, gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. So you're feeling like, okay, this isn't, I'm not really feeling my best. Am I kind of did I not get enough rest last night? Am I kind it's
right. I'm wiping my eyes.
Yeah.
Hurry now.
Yeah.
Lather these herbs up. Let's get.
Okay, there you go. Right. Yeah. So you see that once again, as you take another glance down at Magda, you see that her and Shig pretty much have this dais uncovered, and you see kind of what I described before, the indentation that's in there, in
the shape of a human.
Basically,
body.
Yeah. There's a notch for a head, and then there's the notch for the rest of the body. It's just a rough rectangle, and then you see what did I call it? Not canals, but little
blood. It's blood grooves.
Well, yeah. Okay, fine. Yeah.
Sorry, she just wouldn't realize.
You see that channels? Thank you. Okay. Yeah, you see other channels fanning out to the ends of this this dais. So it's becoming obvious to you that this is some kind of sacrificial site of some sort.
Magda, what are you wasting time with that? Collect your herbs. Let's get.
She as she stands and Shig pretty much rips the last of the vines down, she turns to you and she says, we'll be leaving shortly. She says, I just have one more thing I need to do. And she turns to Shig, and she says, she reaches her hand out and she says, now, my child, this way. And Dale, you're going to need to make a resolute test as you see. And Taro, you'll see this as well. You see it looks like basically as she speaks, a cloud or a vapor of shadow kind of wisps out from her
Holy
mouth
cow! Right,
and kind of embraces Shig. Okay, so hang
holy
on,
cow!
Dale. Yeah, hang on.
I've grabbed her hand while she grabbed mine, and I'm looking at Tyro with a shig-eating grin.
Okay.
And like I'm about to,
Okay, so a straight resolute roll. No modifiers, no penalties, no nothing. So make it good. Make it good.
8. Got it.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. So Shig, you feel as though you get that shit-eating grin on your face, for a moment, Yeah. And you are about to comply, but then you hesitate. You stop.
Yeah, I know, because I look at the horror on Taro's face. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I'm actually processing everything like a step slow because I'm a little intoxicated. So it's like I see it, but I haven't. I don't know, almost like I'm hallucinating, right? But the look on my face could well be of terror. I don't know, right?
Well, she'll see some resistance where it was like taking my hand, and then all of a sudden, my gaze is transfixed on Taro, and then. I guess he pulls a little bit, but there's resistance to it. So something doesn't feel right about this whole situation.
She smiles, and she says, trust me.
All right.
There's nothing to fear.
I look at her. I turn my head and look at her, and then look back up at him. I want to catch, like, I've obviously got a doubt. So I'm going to try to pull my hand away and back up on the dais away from for a second, just to get us, a moment to recalculate.
Okay, that's fine. That's more than fair. Taro, you can make a vigilant roll if you want to.
You got it.
Just a straight roll.
Straight roll, you got it.
No modifiers.
Okay, so 11 is what I need. So 11 and below. 1. Yep.
Okay. All right. Okay. You notice that.
Oh shoot! I don't know if you can see it with my.
No, you can't. That's fine. That's fine. You notice that her servants are basically standing, from their harvesting, and they have their curved daggers in hand. And they are approaching the dais.
Okay.
Slowly, I'm stepping in unison.
I'm not certain though whether I would. I think I might not. Well, I'm just saying I might not know whether they're going after her or Shig. I don't know what they're doing. So
that's true.
I would certainly probably leap from the wall and approach, because I'm just not certain where they're going with these daggers, right?
You do. It is obviously obvious that they are the way that they are brandishing the daggers. Okay, is definitely not in a friendly way.
Okay,
it is in an aggressive manner.
I mean, she could touch him. She reached out and touched him.
Yes. He's slowly pulled away from her, and he's like slowly backing away. He is still on the dais with her.
So I will I will jump down from the wall and stride over, not too quick, stride over, polearm in hand, but basically just to see what's going on. I'm not going to assume that they're after Shig. They may well be after her, and I don't know.
All right. So
right. I have no idea. I'm a little.
You're going towards the dais.
Intoxicated. Yes.
You're going. Okay. All right. Okay. Right. Well, I mean, yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. So Del Shig sees Taro leap down from his perch, and he's not rushing full barrel, but he's striding with purpose over towards the dais where you guys are, and you see that Magda eyes basically flashing, she's looking like she's growing impatient, and she takes another step towards you. She hasn't even made any kind of notice of Taro at all. Okay. So she's focused on you right now. And she says, come, and kind of like wiggles her hand impatiently at you, She says, there's no time for dallying. She says, I can see it. She says, you want the gift that I will gladly give you, little one.
Now, can I feel the presence more like, or see peripherally these her accompaniment?
Make a vigilant roll.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yep.
So
you see
that,
them.
couple with that, and I'll do kind of like a sideways glances.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn around and scramble off of that as fast as I can.
Okay.
And run in between, the approaching.
Get in between some columns or a wall or something, or what do you want to do?
Well, just out of there, the tightening of circle. You know what I mean? While the
okay,
wide,
gotcha. Okay. All right.
So I'm trying to beat that.
Okay, all right. That's fine. You
since I'm slippery, maybe maybe it's like a greased pig.
They're not the perimeter is not closed by any means yet, and they're not aggressively running up. They're kind of stepping, like I was saying, kind of in unison, And as you're as Shig, you notice them and you kind of look for a place to go through. Yep. Yeah. You hear their voices in unison start to rise as they begin to chant. Okay. And Shig is able to kind of slip through and get outside of the perimeter, because there's 4 of these people,
Yeah.
So we'll just say they're north, south, east, and west on this dais as they move forward, and Magda is still on the top of it. Okay, standing there. Okay, looking at Shig. Okay, all right. So then Taro, you see Shig kind of scramble out of there, and you are at the dais now.
Okay.
So what would you like to do?
So as he scoots away, and I hear their voices raise, at that point I will brandish my pike and say, "What is this weird? Collect herbs and go, Magna. What are we doing?"
Okay. She turns full bore to you, and you see her in her true stigma, form, so to speak, appearance and everything.
Spewing this,
like the whisper, like the remnants of this, are like wafting off of her,
right?
And her eyes flash, and she says, the little one has something that I need. And she points towards him, and she says, "Bring him to me." Okay. And you will now, let's see here. Let me look. No. Okay. There it is. Okay. So I've got that. Okay. All right. So you get to make a resolute test.
Ooh. All right. Modifiers?
No, none.
Okay. So 9 and below. Come on, baby.
Okay. All right.
10.
Oh gosh. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So the same thing happens, She speaks to you, and you see basically the corruption kind of emanate off of her, and you kind of feel it. Well, to get, I'll see if I can outgross Dell. So you breathe in this corruption,
Okay.
And as you turn to basically obey her command, and you take a step towards Shig, and she says, hold. And She says, I have a better idea. She says, lie there,
Okay.
pointing at the dais.
Now, obviously, I failed the resolution check, so I would have no free will here, right? So I
Not
would
at
lay
this
down.
moment.
Right.
Not yet. Not
Right.
at this moment.
Right.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I might even hand her my pipe. Well, hold this for me.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, that's fine.
You know,
Okay.
so, oh well, here, hold this for me.
Okay.
And I start to get in position.
Okay. All right. Okay. So Dell Shig sees this going on. So you know that Taro he's married to that pipe. And for him to just nonchalantly kind of hand it over is quite unusual. And you can tell by his actions, his movements are very kind of like herky-jerky, and you see him lie down in this basically on this sacrificial altar. Basically is what it is. Let's just put it out there.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
you gotta look at your choices, I guess. There's
Okay.
And her retainers
Mm-hmm. They're standing there. They're just standing there.
They're not coming.
But they're still chanting, right?
Yes, they are. Yes.
Oh man.
And Shig kind of recognizes that this chanting is, it's some type of mysticism related stuff, You may not know
start
specifically.
running around. Shig is going to start running around the outskirts and well, I'm going to stay on the outside, but I've got to run in and clock one of her retainers.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be doing that to hit him and yelling curses too.
What are you gonna? Oh, okay. You're gonna do your combo, your usual. Now remember, you're a corruption. Now remember that. Okay.
Oh man.
Yeah. See, remember that. So you gotta be careful. So think about that for a second, and then let me know what you want to do.
I'll hit him if I know. I'll show it out right now.
Okay. All right. So
Well, wait a minute.
what? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
I think you've got three points to go, from what I understand.
Let me look. He's at 5. Yes, he has 3 before he's permanent. Before we get into a whole nother set of rules.
I would take the head of the snake though, since it was easy enough and they're standing there. I'm gonna go straight in. I see it before it was automatons.
Okay.
So I got out fairly easily. I'm gonna run back in there, reverse it, and hop up on it.
Oh,
Dais on the other side, and then I'll want to come down with a flail.
Okay.
And throw my curse at her directly to clock her.
Oh, at Magda?
Yeah, Magda.
Oh, you're going for the all right.
The snake, yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right, okay.
They're trance-like,
Okay, that works. Okay. All right. So so I will say that let's see. Let me look here. Ooh, okay. All right. So you get so go ahead and make your curse, and that is versus, is that vigilant versus vigilant again? I forget.
It's resolute. Maybe?
Resolute. Okay. Resolute. Okay. So no modifiers on her end.
I made it 15.
No, that's a fail. You got to roll low.
No, it's
you got it. I'm sorry, you got it super high. Okay. I forgot, Dale. I'm sorry. Okay, done. So the curse works. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
I keep forgetting how confident you are at that. And okay, so then you're coming down. Yeah, you're coming down with the
flail,
with the holy water sprinkler. Okay, all right. So okay, so you have a +3 to hit.
+3 to hit.
Yep.
Okay.
Bonus.
Okay, I rolled a 7.
Okay.
+3 would be what, 4?
Okay, so what's your damage?
Damage is a D8.
Oh wow. Okay.
That's 3.
Oh, okay. All right. Almost. Okay. So you come down and
Screaming
whack
and
her.
goblin. Yeah, goblin cursings.
Yeah, and you, it's a
That's what I'm saying.
it's a yeah, it's a solid hit. She throws her hand up at the arm up at the last minute, but you know it doesn't matter. And I will say she tumbles off because you almost went over her pain threshold.
Ooh, nice.
So she tumbles off the dais, okay, into the foliage, you know, with a yell, okay, and Taro kind of, you know, you hear him groan at that, and he starts to sit up, okay. And you get Shig, you also notice that the well, out the cultists, because that's what they are. They kind of falter, okay, in their chanting, you know.
Yeah.
As they're kind of unnerved and kind of looks like they almost like kind of like are wake up out of a trance as well. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Wow.
So let me know what Shig's gonna do next, and then Taro will, as he clears the cobwebs from his head, we'll find out what he's gonna do next. So she tumbled over into the foliage, but she is not down and out. Okay. So what Shig want to do?
Okay, I still want to retain that curse.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I'm just throwing, you know, at her like a bucket.
Oh, you're okay. So you're staying on top of her.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I will. Does she still have the pike in her hand?
Oh no, I will say no. I forgot about that. No, she let it go as she tumbled backwards.
Okay. I will. I'm going to raise the flail back and put my foot on her and call back for Torrid.
Okay.
Taro.
Mm-hmm.
Taro, your pike.
Okay.
You know, get up.
Okay. Okay.
Snap out of it.
So Taro, you were having somewhat of actually we would probably say as a nightmare, probably, you know?
Yeah, right.
I don't know what that would consist of, but it was not a pleasant kind of like walking sleep that you just experienced, you know?
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised to be sitting here.
Yeah.
Maybe, right.
Yeah.
I thought I dreamt that, you know?
Right,
Wait a second, it's not a dream.
Right. And you hear Shig yelling at you. And as you look around you, you see the other cultists kind of encircling you.
Okay.
And you see that the cultists are basically it looks like they're beginning a kind of like a, what would you call it, like self flagellation, you know? It looks like they're beginning to start to inflict harm on themselves. Okay, with those curved knives.
Okay.
And you also maybe look to your right, and you see that Shig is kind of in the foliage with Magda there.
Okay.
You know,
are they still
struggling to rise?
Did they discontinue chanting?
Yeah, they're kind of yes. The chanting is kind of, you know, all over the place and not in unison anymore at all.
Okay.
So something was interrupted.
Yeah, I mean, I'll get my wits about me. See this. I'm not concerned about the attendees if they're harming themselves.
They seem they're doing
fine
something.
By me. They're not chanting. But I will call out to Shig. No, Shig, we must protect Magna.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
Right. I still. I mean, I'm assuming we're still. I don't know what caused this, right? But I know that we were charged to bring her in here, get these herbs, and get out. So
okay. All right.
I'm not convinced that she's the enemy.
Not yet. Okay. All right. Okay. I'll see.
Well, you know, I mean, Taro has a job to do. If I have to knock her on the head, tie her ass up, I'm taking her back.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So
Rigel's gonna pay me double.
Yeah.
And
right,
answer some questions.
Right. So Shig, you see that Magda is thrashing around, you know, and you're gonna have to make you have a choice. she's trying to rise. Okay, so either you're gonna have to make a strength roll to restrain her, or she's gonna try to get up. Or
Yeah,
you
I'll
can
be making straight like when I bring that flail, but I'll grab the chain and drop down with my knees on her arms, and then the chain across her neck. Push her.
Okay, so I'll give you a +1 bonus on your strength roll for that, just because of the technique you're using.
Nice.
So you need to let me see. I don't think you.
6
she's not.
less.
Yeah, she's not. She's not crazy yet. You rolled a 19.
She's gonna flip me off like a finger flap.
It's a slap fight.
Oh gosh. Okay. All right. So Magda, seemingly to be stronger than any woman you've ever encountered. Okay. Basically pushes you off of her. Okay, and you go tumbling, kind of rolling into some of the shrubbery off to the side. Okay.
A pole vault off of her.
Yeah. Right. Okay, so Taro, you see her basically rise up out of this foliage,
right,
and you can almost see now just the corruption, almost for lack of a better word, bleeding off of her, almost,
All right,
and she sputters out basically some foul sorceress words. Okay. And you see that her servants just start to basically attack one another. Okay.
One another. Oh.
Without
So she needs anybody's blood.
Yeah, at this point.
Yeah.
And you see they're not even trying to protect themselves. They're just It's a blood.
Oh man. Okay.
And basically bodies begin to fall atop the dais,
Right.
And blood begins to flow.
Okay. With that free action, I will grab my pike. Are we in combat, or is this still just?
No, you guys actually are not in combat technically yet.
Okay.
So we're just kind of taking turns.
Gotcha. So I would grab my pike under my feet, grab my pike, and yell to Shig, run, basically.
Okay.
Right? And I'm going to turn and head back the way we came, down this cobbled path.
Yeah.
Hoping Shig follows suit.
Okay. All right.
If she's turning, let her turn, but I ain't going to be here for it.
Okay.
She ain't going to have a witness to her party. I'm telling you that right now.
So Shig, so you hear Taro scream, and you see him bound up the path, or back down the path to which you guys entered these ruins
and humans move quick there, Shig.
And he ain't being quiet about it, So
pike over my head.
Right. So Shig, you see, you saw her people basically, sacrifice themselves more or less. And as the last one kind of flops onto the dais, you hear Magda basically cackling, and the cackling begins to kind of change into almost like a feral, almost like gurgly, kind of like growly laughter. Okay.
Shig, when he was tossed off in the bush, I know that she can be harmed, and I let this tarot kind of lead the thing, but I knew I was the one leader. Yeah, you know what I mean. I just played along with him.
Okay.
Do that bird or whatever. So I really don't pay much attention to her. But what's more is my pride. So I want to take a. And I see that she's looking at this right there. She's obviously throwing me off the side.
Yeah.
So I want to get a running blow at her.
Ooh,
okay.
Nice.
All right.
Cackling blow to whip it around her neck.
Okay.
And, nice.
Okay. All right. Hang on 1 second. Let's see here. So there's that. Now, are you still holding your curse? Do we need to roll that? Is that still going on?
Oh yeah, but
Okay.
I'm too ticked off to be worried about my quota.
Okay, so go ahead and roll to keep it up.
Okay, I got it at 10.
Okay, so that's one more point, okay, of temporary corruption.
Okay.
Let's see here.
She's gonna get the last word.
Okay, all right. So you see that when you pop up out of those that foliage and start going towards Magda, you see that she's obviously a bit larger than she was before. Okay, and you see that there's a split running down the back of her robe. You know, obviously as her form has kind of increased in size. Okay, all right. So so let's see. You have a flat roll to hit her this time.
Ooh.
No minuses, no bonuses.
Okay, blind rage.
Mm-hmm.
Even though if I get a real good look at her, I'd probably pump the brakes a little bit. Okay. All right, that was 12.
Okay, all right. So as you basically leap out of the bushes, and rear back and strike at her with your weapon, you can feel the head of the weapon just kind of like a meaty thunk.
Ooh.
And more out of probably surprise and maybe anger, you hear kind of like a yell from her, and she turns and you can kind of see that her it looks like she has basically, or she is absorbing corruption from this. Okay, you can see at the altar, you can see that there's just like an imminence of corruption kind of building from it, and she's more or less almost like bathing in it almost, you know what I mean? So that hit you hit her, but it didn't seem to do much to her. And as she kind of turns, because I'm assuming your momentum is keeping you kind of moving forward, as she turns to you, you see that her eyes are just like these huge just pools of inky blackness, and you basically see a maw almost of just fangs. So yeah, she is she's doing something here.
Yeah, whenever, even halfway through that leap is probably why I missed when I was calculating it. You know what I mean? As far as what I was seeing, what I was processing, I was pushing the rage back. This new development,
and so, you also feel that corruption thrumming through you as well.
Yeah, it's pulsing in my ears and everything. So when I land or whatever like that, the only thing I think in my mind is to get the heck out of here. You know what I mean? Back pedaling, crab walking, turn around as fast as I can. That's
Okay.
what I'll be trying to do.
All right. And as the both of you almost hurl yourselves down the path, you guys hear a last roar almost in your ears as it echoes through the forest, and we'll leave it at that.
Woo! Yeah, I'm yelling, "Run, Shig, run!" And I yell back, "Rigel is going to answer for this," as I'm running. Right? Awesome, outstanding, holy cow! So I not having dealt with corruption shadow yet, I made a minor mistake. So technically, he would not have. He has to hit his corruption threshold. So I want to be clear for those watching. I thought it was half his corruption threshold, which is why I thought he was corrupt. It's actually he has to get to 8.
It is his okay, yeah, above. Okay.
So he has to get to 8, which is half of his resolution. So
gotcha. Okay.
I was thinking he needed to get to half of his threshold. Which is 4.
I see why. Yeah, because that's half his. Okay,
so he's 3 points away from actual stigma. Right?
Okay. All right.
Then,
well,
of course,
he was.
Once he gets to 15, he becomes an abomination. Is not playable.
Okay.
So I was thinking I was
That's
thinking
good,
half
though.
of the threshold.
Yeah. I see where you got
Okay,
that
so
from. But
I
that's
made a
good
mistake
because
there. Yeah.
because the longer that you guys hung around there,
Yeah, we would have at some
you guys
point
would have been taking corruption.
Yep.
So it would have been bad
Yep.
For Shig anyway. So
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah,
that's
he would have been at half.
Yeah,
pretty quick.
Yeah.
Did I get any permanent corruption from that?
Throbbing?
Throbbing?
No, not from that. No.
No, and you can spend XP to remove
it,
corruption.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if you wanted to. That's an optional rule, by the way.
Yeah.
Right.
The site that you guys were at, it was tainted, but it was not actually at that point.
Right. It
I
had
didn't
to be
consider
activated.
it to be a truly. Yeah. Exactly.
It had to be activated by the blood of her victims, right?
Yeah. So she was trying to get a little more of a boost from Shig because he was obviously, he's in the know.
Yeah, he's already corrupt.
Yeah.
That's right.
So yeah. So
how'd you like it, David?
Perhaps. Oh, it's good. Yeah. I think it's very good. I think it's very good. To me, it gives me wiggle room to kind of allow you guys to do a lot more. It doesn't feel very like highly regulated.
Nope.
So I think that I have wiggle room to kind of do a lot of different things, and that allows you guys to kind of also do a lot of different things.
Yep.
And I think it worked in this case where I had you guys hit the ground running.
Yeah.
So, and then I was able to kind of give you guys a little bit background information as we're still moving the story forward, to so you guys aren't going in totally blind.
No,
even this was the first, this is the first session for me, but
that's awesome.
And hopefully,
well, and I like the game again is pretty clear about interludes where you do we describe what's with no chance for all scenes which can have it's clear about going right into combat. So
well, and then that's the thing. I guess one thing I need to do is to make it more clear.
I don't know.
You guys are actually in combat.
I'm not certain that's true, but I like the fact that we can be in a scene like that that's not activating necessarily right into combat, right?
Yeah, I just want to make sure that you guys have plenty of opportunity to state what you guys want to do.
Yep.
You guys know kind of what's going on. You guys have a lay of the land, and then that way you guys can make educated
choices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
sweet. No, it was fantastic. Yeah.
So,
and that definitely felt like dark gritty Davocon, baby. That was great, man.
I
love it. Across her path.
I had to,
and I really was torn. I was like, I know we're supposed to protect her, so I don't know. I honestly don't know what's going on. So I was thinking I was going to have to knock her on the head and drag her out of there.
I hope we have a chance to kind of maybe dance around that situation in the future, and kind of see, maybe you guys can glean some more, get some more info as to what's going on.
I mean, I really was thinking, okay, either way, I don't want to kill her. Because we were charged with protecting her, so it'd be really. I just don't know what the other scheme is. So that's what I love about that too. I love the idea of risk reward. So I love it not only when a GM gives me a choice, but I've got to think about this. It isn't just kill her because there may be ramifications for me just killing her.
Yeah.
So I love that. It was great, David. It's fantastic.
Yeah, that's what I was wanting to do, Pitter. Get you to hold the pike on her, and then we can
see what's going on.
Right. Her. But when she threw me off like a rag doll, you don't just do that to me.
Right. Right. Well, and when they killed themselves, I thought, okay, listen, she doesn't even need these guys except for fodder, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, that definitely felt like a little dark, gritty Symbaroum, baby. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Awesome.
Yeah.
How do you like it, Del? That's your second play.
You okay with it?
It's good. It's good. I like the feel of the world. I've read a little bit more here and there about the world itself, the workings, and that's where it gives me ideas for different.
Different things. Because you're going to be GM in the next one, man. Maybe.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah. If not, David or I will GM one.
Oh no, I've got a couple of ideas. The works inside the whole world setting and whatnot. So, but I don't want to spill the beans on that too much.
And I really dig the systems. Again, as a GM, I love the fact that I don't have to roll anything. It's really sweet. I think there are other rules where you can, but I mean, I like that I can just focus on all the stuff I got to focus on. So
yeah,
combat felt great.
I wanted to do I had a bunch of ideas. I wanted to throw a lot more at you guys, but also I just had to be aware that it's just the two of you guys.
Yep.
I don't want to I mean,
Yeah.
things can quickly get out of hand in this game. It seems like,
heck yeah.
so
Well, yeah, he was close. I mean, Dell
Yeah,
was actually
so.
at half his hit points were gone at one point.
yeah.
So another couple of
So.
shots from that creature, and Dell's
And it's the
character would have
dice.
been-
It's
It is
the
the dice, baby.
You
Yeah,
know?
that's right. Yeah.
So
That's awesome.
there are no CR levels in this game. So
That's
not
the
that I
truth.
ever worry about that anyway. But
No,
yeah,
exactly right.
I go, oh, this is a cool creature.
Yeah,
Let's see
exactly.
what-
That's it. Yeah,
so.
and you got to give players a little freedom to figure out how they can avoid it or deal with it. Or,
Exactly.
that's the key.
Exactly.
You don't need
Yeah, it definitely makes you
CR.
pause.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like that. I like that about
in
it.
the first place because it
Yeah.
has that kind of like Cthulhu-esque,
Yeah.
vibe where you feel vulnerable.
Yep.
Yeah. You have to think about what you're getting into.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even that creature, the dog-like creature, I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Well, especially with poison, because once they use that poison, it's a whole other.
Yeah.
It's a whole other.
Oh, another thing.
Yeah, a whole other deal,
Yeah.
man.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Awesome.
So that's good. I'm glad you guys have fun. That's cool.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was great.
Of course.
All right.
Of
Good
course.
watch to play.
Thank you,
Yeah.
David.
Yeah.
As
My
usual, fantastic. So we got to do it again. Got to do it
Okay.
again. Yep.
All right.
Awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and stop we can talk a little more if you want, unless you want to on record talk more about any of this experience.
I guess we'll be good. I'm just going
You
in
good?
the